Now let us try to learn some Dhamma. Today, I would like to tell from Anguttara Nikaya, as you have been observing the Dhamma discourses that are given here. They are given based on the suttas, the original suttas from the Tripitaka. It is like a gold mine. You can harvest any amount of Dhamma from here. There's so much. So today we will take up some suttas which are given to Ananda Bhanteji, who was the personal attendant of Lord Buddha. He was Lord Buddha's cousin. Venerable Ananda was son of Amitodhana. Lord Buddha was son of Shuddhodhana. Amitodhana was Shuddhodhana's brother. So he was his cousin. And the interesting thing was, he was born on the same day as Lord Buddha, on Vaishakha full moon day only. He was born, he was also in Tushita Devaloka, just like our Bodhisattva was there. And from there he came to human world. And he was born on the same day. Venerable Ananda had the very, very special power, distinction in remembering the teachings of the Buddha. He was very, very devout, and that's why he was made as personal attendant. Just there are so many suttas in relation to Ananda Bhanteji, but let us see few of them. Now, once Venerable Ananda approached the Blessed Lord Buddha, and Lord Buddha asked him a question, very interesting question, which we should all ask ourselves and answer ourselves if we are correct, and check up if it is correct. Lord Buddha asked, Ananda, are all behaviors and observances, lifestyles and spiritual practices, are they fruitful when they are taken as the essential of life? That means Lord Buddha is asking, if somebody is conducting here behavior, somebody's behavior is in a certain way, is it fruitful? Or observances, so many kinds of observances people do know. These observances, lifestyles, different kinds of lifestyles we have, spiritual practices, are they fruitful when they are taken up? Are all kinds of behaviors, all kinds of practices, all kinds of lifestyles, are they fruitful? Then Ananda Bhante answers, not exclusively, oh Bhante, maybe or may not be, not necessarily. Then Lord Buddha says, well then, Ananda, distinguish them. Then Ananda Bhante says, oh Bhanteji, suppose one cultivates behavior and observances and practices, lifestyles, spiritual life. If unwholesome qualities increase and wholesome qualities decline, such behavior and observances, austere lifestyles, spiritual practices are fruitless. On the other hand, if unwholesome qualities decline and wholesome qualities increase, then such behaviors, observances, lifestyles, and spiritual life are fruitful. So, straightforward and very, very clear answer. So, what is the yardstick if you are doing something right or something wrong? You find out within your own mind if wholesome qualities are increasing and unwholesome qualities are decreasing. Then it is fruitful. If unwholesome are increasing, then they are fruitless. For that, you have to understand what are wholesome, what are unwholesome. If you don't have the knowledge, then you will not understand. That's why it is necessary to study the Dhamma, to know what exactly are wholesome, what exactly are unwholesome. Greed, hatred, ignorance are unwholesome. Non-greed, that is generosity, non-hatred, that is metta, karuna, non-delusion, that is wisdom, they are wholesome. Other things, other qualities which are associated with these very fundamental qualities, wholesome and unwholesome. So Lord Buddha is very, very clear. It has nothing to do with that you please somebody or displease somebody. You try to fulfill somebody's wish, whether human beings or devatas or this or that. Nothing. Very simple. Look into your mind. If wholesome are increasing, good, keep continuing. If unwholesome are increasing, stop it. So now, when this was said, then Lord Buddha agreed, and Ananda Bhante, he understood that Lord Buddha agreed. He paid respect and then went 3 times Padakkhina. Always monks and lay people used to do this Padakkhina to Lord Buddha. Those who had faith, I mean. Many people used to come with half faith. They will just do namaskara. Some will just say, oh, I am so and so. Some will just fold their hands. Some will bow down. Some will nicely bow down and go around 3 times. So like that, they used to different kinds of ways of respecting. So Ananda Bhante paid homage and went around 3 times and he left. After he left, Lord Buddha addressed the other monks. Oh bhikkhus, Ananda is a trainee. Trainee means he is not yet fully enlightened arahant. You know who is a trainee? when you become Sotapanna, Sagadagami, Anagami, these three stages you are called Sekha. That means under training. And Arhanta is called Asekha, one who has finished the training. So we become a trainee when we enter into the stream, that is Sotapanna. If we are not Sotapannas, then we are not even trainees. We have not even started our school. It is like we are still in the kindergarten. We have not entered into the first standard also. So, Sekha, even though Venerable Ananda is Sekha, under trainee, Lord Buddha says, because Ananda is a trainee, but it is not easy to find one equal to him in wisdom. You see, even though he is under training, it is very difficult to find so wise person like him. So such was the praise that Venerable Ananda used to get. He was Lord Buddha's personal attendant at the age of 55. When Lord Buddha was 55, 20 years, he walked length and breadth of this Majjhima Desa. That was called Majjhima Desa, this entire Middle India, North India, all this area. So he says, now I am becoming old and I need a regular attendant, because the Sangha was, the Bhikkhu Sangha became so vast. Lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of bhikkhus. So also bhikkhunis and crores of lay people. Then imagine every day how many people used to come and see, and Lord Buddha was teaching. It was not an easy thing to manage all these things. So he said, I need one good personal attendant. Right from Sariputta Bhante, who was the chief disciple, everybody offered, oh Bhagwan, I would like to be your personal attendant. Lord Buddha rejected, no. Chief disciple, 80 great disciples offered. Everybody Lord Buddha rejected. But then Ananda Bhante was made as his personal attendant. So these are amazing things that happened in the life of Buddha. And when he was made personal attendant, Ananda Bhante said, 8 blessings you have to give me, then only I will be able to serve as personal attendant. So what are these 8 boons, blessings? So he said, whatever robe is offered to Lord Buddha, it should not be given to me. Whatever food is offered to Buddha, it should not be given to me. Whatever vihara kuti is offered to Buddha, it should not be given to me. And any invitations are there for Buddha, it should not be transferred to me. If Lord Buddha is invited to somebody's house, then that should not be transferred to Ananda Bhante. Because people will start blaming, oh, this fellow has become personal attendant to get all the benefits that Lord Buddha is getting. So in the beginning only he asked, please give these blessings. And then another 4 he said, Lord Buddha should Lord Buddha should give anytime for Ananda Bhante to go and meet and ask questions, clear the doubts. Or if Ananda Bhante brings people to meet Lord Buddha, then Lord Buddha should meet those people like that. And if Ananda Bhante accepts invitation, then Ananda Bhante can transfer that invitation to Lord Buddha. So Buddha will go to that invitation. And whatever Buddha teaches in his absence, Lord Buddha will repeat to Ananda Bhante once again. You see, such wonderful blessings he got. And he lived up to those great boons. Later on, it was Ananda Bhante who was the one who recited in the first Sangha, and after Buddha passed away, entire Sutta Pitaka Vidhamma, entire thing, it was recited by memory. He was Dhamma Bandagarika. He was the treasure house of Dhamma. So once there was a lay devotee who invites Lord Buddha and Sangha, and he offers very lavish food and so many other things as dana. But he somehow feels incomplete. At the end of the dana and everything, he goes to Lord Buddha and asks, "Oh Bhagavan, I have worshipped the Supreme Buddha. You are in front of me. I did my best by offering dana and worshipping. And there are hundreds of monks along with you here, such great Sangha, rare to be seen. That also I worship now, and I gave dana and I paid my homage. Buddha and Sangha I have worshipped. How can I worship Dhamma?" he asked. Then Lord Buddha said, "Oh, if you want to worship Dhamma, then go and pay salutations to Ananda Bhante and go and listen some Dhamma from him. He is the Dhamma Bhandagarika. He is the treasure house of Dhamma." That's how that layman goes to Ananda Bhante and pays homage as symbol of Dhamma. You see, as advised by the Buddha himself. Such was the greatness of Ananda Bhante. Every one of them, if you take these lives of these 80 great disciples and 2 chief disciples, very, very extraordinary. And Ananda Bhante had told no, that whenever he has any doubt, any question, he is free to go to Lord Buddha and ask. So one day he was sitting and very beautiful fragrance of flowers, beautiful fragrance of wood, like sandalwood. So they were coming along with the breeze, very nice, cool breeze. Suddenly question arose in him. Now this fragrance of different roots, fragrance of wood, fragrance of flowers, they flow, they spread in the direction of the wind. Is there any fragrance that goes in the direction of the wind, also against the direction of the wind? So that question arose. You see? And then he just goes to Lord Buddha, pays salutations, and asks this question. Oh Bhagavan, is there any fragrance that goes against the wind, that spreads in the direction of the wind, and also in the opposite direction of the wind? Because the fragrance of roots, fragrance of wood, fragrance of flowers, they spread in the direction of the wind. Then Lord Buddha said, yes, there is such fragrance. So what is that, Bhagavan? He asked. Then Lord Buddha says, oh Ananda, here, any town or village, a man or woman is living, that person takes refuge in the Supreme Buddha. That person takes refuge in the Dhamma. And that person takes refuge in the Sangha. And not only that, after taking refuge, that person follows the 5 Shilas. Pancha Shila, abstains from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, false speech, and liquor and intoxicating drinks and substances that makes one heedless. So now such person is living, first of all, Trisarana, second is Panchashila, and Lord Buddha says, he or she dwells at home with the heart devoid of the stain of miserliness. That is, the heart is not stingy, not miserly. The heart is open, freely generous, open-handed, delighting in relinquishment, devoted to charity, delighting in giving and sharing. Lord Buddha says, so that person has taken Trisarana, then that person practices Panchashila, and that person is not miserly, stingy. Instead, that person is very generous, giving and open-handedly sharing. In such a case, even ascetics and Brahmins in all quarters speak praise of that person, saying, in such and such a village or town, a man or a woman has gone for refuge to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, and observed 5 precepts and not miserly, delighting in giving and sharing. So it spreads in all quarters, in all directions. The fragrance, the name and fame of such person. Not only that, even the devas, the deities and the spirits to speak praise, saying in such and such village or town, this man or that woman has gone for refuges and Panchashila and like that. So Ananda, this Ananda is the fragrance that spreads with the wind, against the wind, and both with and against the wind. Saying that, Lord Buddha tells this beautiful gatha which also appears in the Dhammapada. It is there in Anguttara Nikaya. It is also in Dhammapada. The fragrance of flowers does not spread against the wind, nor the fragrance of sandal or tagara or jasmine. But the fragrance of good people spreads against the wind. The good person's fragrance pervades all quarters. This is in the Dhammapada. Dhammapada malum hai? You know what is this Dhammapada? Pali? Chandanang. Huh? Napuppagandho. बोलो सब लोग बोलो नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो नापुप्पगन्धो पटिवातमेति नन्दनं तगरं मल्लिकावा ततश्च गन्धोपटिवातमेति सपुरिसो सबको नहीं आता है किसी किसी को आता है भंते जी बहुत अच्छा से बोलता है पुप्पवग्गा है ना दिस इज इन पुप्पवग्गा नगंधो Napuppagandho pativatameti. The fragrance of flowers, it will not go against the wind. Be it the fragrance of sandalwood, tagara or mallika, mallige. Huh? But the fragrance of sapurisa, virtuous persons, fragrance spreads everywhere. Even in all quarters, even devas, even it reaches the Devaloka. You see? Such interesting questions Ananda Bhante used to ask. And because of him, so many teachings are there. Very interesting teachings. Now let us take one more sutta. They are in the Anguttara Sutta number 78. 78 I told you about Lord Buddha asking what practices are fruitful and what practices are unfruitful. 79 is about the fragrance. 80 is another very interesting. Ananda Bhante goes to Lord Buddha, pays salutations, and he asks Lord Buddha, "Oh Bhagwan, in the presence of Blessed One, Bhagavan, that means yourself, I learnt this." What is that? Abhibhu, who was a disciple of Sikhi Samasam Buddha. Before our Gautama Buddha, there were others, Buddhas. 27 of them were named by Lord Buddha himself. So Sikhi Samasam Buddha was one, and his disciple Abhibhu was there. And this Abhibhu, who was disciple of Sikhi Bhagwan, Samasam Buddha, while staying in the Brahma world, when he was in the Brahma world, he conveyed his voice throughout 1,000-fold world systems. Word system, we can say, we can take it as like a whole set of stars and planets and moons and everything. say, let us call it word system as galaxy, like that, we can say. Thousandfold word system. He was able to speak and spread his voice. Abhibhu is disciple of Samasam Buddha, and that was his power. Now Ananda Bhante asked, "Oh Bhagwan, how far can the Blessed One, the Arhant, the perfectly enlightened one, convey his voice?" So he's asking the Buddha now, that was the power of Abhibhu. And what about Samasam Buddha? Lord Buddha replied, he was a disciple, Ananda. The Tathagatas are immeasurable. So he said, Abhibhu was only a disciple. Tathagatas are immeasurable. Now for the second time, Ananda Bhante wanted even more clear picture. So he said, second time, "Oh Bhagwan, I learned from you, Buddha, Bhagwan, that Abhibhu had this power, who was disciple of Sikhi Buddha, Samasam Buddha. Now what about and fully enlightened Bhagwan Arhat Samasam Buddha?" Second time also, Lord Buddha said the same thing. He was only a disciple, and Tathagatas have immeasurable ability. Third time, Ananda Bhante insisted on the same question. Then Lord Buddha said, "Oh Ananda, have you heard about a thousandfold minor word system? Chulanika Lokadhatu. Thousandfold minor word system. A word system itself is so huge, and now thousandfold, 1,000 of them put together. And that is called a small Lokadhatu. Chulanika Lokadhatu." Now Ananda Bhante found very suitable time, and he immediately said, "Oh Bhagwan, it is the time of the Blessed One. It is the time for this, for it is the time of Sugata, fortunate one. May Lord Buddha speak about this. May Lord Buddha teach about this. Having heard from Blessed One, bhikkhus will retain in their mind." Then Lord Buddha said, "Then, O Ananda, listen carefully. I am going to teach you." "Yes, Bhante," he said. "1,000 times the word is in which thousands of suns are there, thousands of moons are there. Their brightness is immeasurable. And that is called a Chulanika word system, Lokadhatu. And in that thousandfold world system, there are thousands of suns and moons, thousands of Sineru mountains, thousands of Jambudvipas, thousands of Aparagoyana. These are names of divine places. Thousands of Uttara Kurus, thousands of Pubba Videhas, thousands of great oceans, thousands of four great kings, Chatumarajikas, thousands of heavens, thousands of devas, thousands of devas, thousands of heavens of devas ruled by four great kings, thousands of Tavatimsas, thousands of Yama, thousands of Tushita, thousands of Nimanarati devas, thousands of Paranimita Vasavati devas. Even one word system will have immeasurable this one. Now that is thousandfold. Imagine. Such vast is the Lokadhatu, and that is called Chulanika Lokadhatu. That is a minor Lokadhatu still. Even though it is thousandfold time, which is already beyond our imagination of our small brains. Huh? The Buddha says that is called Chulanika Lokadhatu. Then he says that is not the end. In this universe, the universe is so vast. A word is that is 1,000 times than this Sahasi Chulanika Lokadhatu. That means this Chula, this small Lokadhatu that Buddha has explained. 1,000 times of that, that is called Majjantika Lokadhatu. That means such 1,000 times more. Then you can imagine how many galaxies we can, countless galaxies already. That is called Majjantika Lokadhatu. And now 1,000 times of this Majjantika Lokadhatu is the Uttama, higher level of Lokadhatu. Such vast is the universe, we cannot even imagine, because our numbers will stop. Our imagination, human imagination has limitation, because we live with 2%, 3%, 4%. All our counting is related to our family, friends, people, the trees and birds or animals we see around. That is how perception grows, no? Perception of space is increased according to that. And we travel by foot, meters, kilometers, travel by train, plane, then thousands of kilometers. Beyond that, it is finished. So our perception is limited. But still, as human beings, we have intellect. We still try to measure this and that. And then we started measuring in the speed of light years, which we cannot imagine, but still at least we conceptualize something. The speed of light we cannot even imagine, we cannot even see, but still we calculate. Now imagine, Lord Buddha is telling, such vast is the universe. Nowadays, we are getting beautiful pictures of this James Webb telescope. That telescope is catching the pictures of galaxies after galaxies. And each galaxy itself is a collection of countless stars. Our galaxy, which is called Milky Way galaxy, we belong to Milky Way galaxy. And this galaxy itself has billions of stars. Then imagine, then countless galaxies. How vast. Now Lord Buddha gives this uh, relation, this explanation. So this is how vast he is telling. So Lord Buddha says, Ananda, the Tathagata can convey his voice as far as he wants in this third level of world system. So it is so vast. Then Ananda Bhante asks, but in what way, O Bhagwan, can the Tathagata convey his voice as far as he wants in 1,000 to the third power grade? This is English translation here, world system. Then Buddha says, here Ananda, the Tathagata suffuses with his radiance this entire world system. First he illuminates with his radiance. And when the beings perceive this light, then the Tathagata projects his voice and makes them hear his sound. It is in such a way, Ananda, that the Tathagata can convey his voice as far as he wants in this Lokadhatu. Huh? Chula Lokadhatu, Majjantiko Lokadhatu, Uttama Lokadhatu, highest Lokadhatu. When this was said, the Venerable Ananda said to the Blessed One, it is my good fortune, I am very fortunate that my teacher is so powerful and mighty. So he was so happy to hear this, that he just saluted and said, oh, it is my great fortune that I have such great teacher, such mighty teacher. Then there was one monk called Uday. He used to have jealousy over Ananda Bhante. So he said, oh, Venerable Ananda, oh, friend Ananda, if your teacher is so powerful or mighty, in what way it is going to help you? Like that, he made a comment. Then the Buddha said, hey, Uday, keep quiet. He said, don't say so, Uday, don't say so, Uday. If Ananda were to die now, with this confidence, he would exercise celestial kingship among the Devas 7 times and great kingship in this Jambudvipa 7 times. However, in this very life, Ananda will attain final Nibbana. Even without attaining Nibbana, if he dies, he is going to achieve such great worldly benefits in this, even if he dies in this moment with this confidence. So don't demean, don't degrade Ananda's confidence and Ananda's this joyful utterance that he is telling, oh, how great is my teacher, how mighty is my teacher. So you see, such are the beautiful suttas we have got. One after the other, you can run 8,000 of them in Anguttara Nikaya, 8,000 plus suttas are there. So try to read them, try to read these suttas. They are so inspiring. We don't need to tell many things of our own. If we read the suttas, they clarify many, many, many points. Any question that you have, those questions arose in somebody's minds in the time of the Buddha. And somebody asked them. And Lord Buddha has answered them. So we find very precise answers by the Supreme Buddha. So we conclude here today's discourse. We will continue after lunch, 12:30 in Kannada. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಧಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರವಚನ 12ವರೆಗೆ